You made what? Good evening. We're not in the work attire tonight because I came home and tried on a suit for a wedding that I'm involved in September. I sent them my measurements. They sent me the first suit. It was a nightmare. I'm a 30. They sent me a 34. I'm a stick. It's a real problem. This time they sent a 30. The suit I just bought for another wedding I'm attending a little bit before the one I'm discussing here. They're a 30 size waist. It's a touch tight, but they say it fits, and they want me to write them up a little higher because it's a traditional cut suit whenever I wear my pants too low, so that fits. This 30 might as well be a 26. It doesn't fit at all. The ones they sent me before were a 34. I could fit 2 fists in between my hip and the pants. So probably the answer is a 32, but I don't know if I want to go through that again. So I think I'm just going to have a tailor let these out. They say there's 2 inches of material that they can either let in or take out of the pants. Then they've got to be hemmed. That's standard. The shirt, I can pull it out here and fit Fat Bastard and the shirt along with me, so we need work there. Jacket sleeves, it's a 40 long. No, it's a 38. They sent me a 40. I'm more of a 38 long. So we're gonna have to let the sleeves out, take the chest in or whatever. The shoulders don't look right. They're too heavily padded. It's so freaking annoying. Like, why can't I just wear my own suit, supply my own suit? I'll pay for it. Give me a color. I'll make it work, but no, it's got to come from this place, the Modern Groom. So if you're not built like me, if you're not 6'3" and 160 pounds with a 30-inch waist at age 30, I'm very jealous of you. You can walk into a store and walk out 25 minutes later with a article of clothing that fits. You don't have to shop at one of the 3 locations in the world to find clothes that fit, or spend hundreds of dollars altering and custom making clothes. It is a curse. Anyways, today was Wednesday. Martin started with us today, his first day at E39 Source, and I think it was a pretty good day. He seems pretty competent, comfortable in the shop, independent and quiet, which I like. I don't want somebody I have to micromanage and, just pull me out of the office and off the phone and away from customers more. So far so good. That freed up a little bit of time this evening for me to go in there, do some cleanup and some organization. We have way too much packing material. For the last 5 or 6 years, I've kept plastic bags and packing peanuts and air pockets and cardboard or crumpled up paper, whatever, just for shipping. Well, we don't really sell parts anymore. I sell service. So that's become much less of a priority, which means I can get rid of a lot of that stuff and free up what's become very valuable space for tools or parts or additional cars. Kennan's car is coming along really well. I think we had a clip earlier today. The rear hubs and bearings are in. Those are bolt-in bearings. You press the hub into the bearing and then bolt it into the car with some they're external Torx, 12 or 14s. I think 14. So that's done. Tomorrow the axles go in, but the splines have teeth in them. So you have to sit there with a sledgehammer and just beat the living piss out of it for 20 minutes. A little bit of heat, so lubricant doesn't make a lot of a difference. It is a lot of force required to push those axles into the hubs. So that will happen tomorrow. Exhaust is off, drive shaft is out, drive shaft got rebuilt, shifter carrier, differential bushings. We got rid of the PowerFlex purple, which LMS sold me as well back in the day. I'm not super happy with them. They're not deformed, they don't look bad, they're not cracked or dried out or shrunken. But they do seem to transmit a bit of NVH into the car, not in the way of whirring or whining, but more so in the way of squeaking, and that's the problem with a poly bushing, is it squeaks. Kennan's in Monterey for the weekend. I really hoped to go. I've been dying to get back for the last couple of years. I went in 2015, I lived in Ohio. I went in 2016, I lived in Ohio. We had good groups both years. We had a blast. I always wanted to get back. I took off 2017, knowing that I've been there twice in the last 2 years, and I'm moving to California next year. I don't need to go this year. 2018, I was just immersed in the move. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and now 24, I've been completely over my head and underwater with this business, and not only is it a time constraint, but it's completely cost prohibitive. To do that weekend right, to go to the right events, to stay in the right place, to have or bring the right car, you could easily spend $100,000 to go to the Monterey Car Week weekend. That's completely out of the question for me in my current situation. More realistically, you could spend $10,000 to $20,000 and do it on the cheap. That's completely unrealistic for me in my current situation. my budget would be about $800, and that just doesn't seem to be feasible. So next year, we're gonna try to get a group together and figure out a way to do it affordably. I don't know if that's possible or not. Everything's gone up and up and up and up. I wouldn't even do the actual Sunday Concours. I would really just want to do Concours Italiano or some of the German car focused events. I'm not into racing. I don't need to go to that. I'm not super into the auctions. If that's expensive, I don't really need to go to that. But I just want to be there. I want to be in Carmel and Monterey for that weekend, for dinner, to see the stuff cruising around. That's like the highlight of the thing for me. So if I can figure out a way to do it and be able to afford to do it, I will. If not, San Diego's not a bad place to be in August. That's it for me tonight. It's after 9. I just had dinner and I'm totally exhausted. So talk tomorrow, Thursday. I thought today was Tuesday all day. Nope, today's Wednesday. These weeks pass in seconds. Talk to you tomorrow. Night.